Oh, yeah. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. How we doing, everybody? It's late. It's late on a Tuesday night, but that's okay. It's never a bad time to talk a little bit about Scream and theories that may come about from said new movie. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Aaron Underwood just leaving a period in the chat. Just leaving a big old period. What's up, Aaron? How's it going? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Paula, thank you so much for being a channel member, my friend. I appreciate you. Hi. Hello. Late on this Tuesday night. Appreciate you for hanging out with us for KillJoy Jake After Dark. Ugh. Well, welcome in. Gory Tiger, what's up? How's it going, my friend? Well, Gory is very excited. That's a lot of exclamation points. Damn. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome. Massive Man Studios, yo. You play with that yo, my friend. What's up? Next Gen saying just yo, just a single yo in there. Okay, Next Gen's a little excited. Not as excited as Massive Man Studios, but you're getting there. Just kidding. What's up, dog? How you doing? Welcome in. Noah Atkinson is saying, what's up, Jake? What's up, Noah? Welcome. Oh, Craven Something Scary is here too, saying, yeah, vibing with this music. Thank you so much, Craven, if you're out there somewhere. I don't know, maybe out in the ethos. Hanging out with us. We're going to bring him in a sec, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very fun. Just want to say hi to a few more people. Nerd Noob is saying hello. What's up, dog? I still love your profile picture. It's badass. Ninja Turtle slurping down some pizza. Always a good thing to do. Always fun. Welcome in, dog. Bobby is saying can't stay, but showing some love real quick. Hope all has been well, brother. It's all good, man. Thanks for being here, Bobby. Appreciate you. All the love to you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us while you can. Love the profile picture, too. Ethan the GOAT, thanks for being a channel member, dude. Craven, what's up, dude? He's going to be on in a second, Ethan. You're not even going to believe it. It's going to be awesome. It's almost bedtime. What are you doing? I know, Ethan, I know, dude. It's far past my bedtime, let me tell you. We're only going live for a little bit tonight, but we're going to have a lot of fun theory talk. I'm excited for it. Derek's with us. Howdy ho. What's up, Derek? Welcome in. Joe Sorrell is saying, so is the damn movie happening or not? Joe, what a great question that is. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, hello to everyone else. Welcome in the chat. We need to answer that question that Joe has here with a very special guest. I'm bringing on Craven Something Scary, the conductor of the Stew Train himself. What's up, dog?
Oh, yeah, man. Good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to have you on the channel. It's been a minute.
It. I know. Thanks for the invite, man. I been looking forward to always talking Scream with you, man.
Always. Oh, yeah. It's always a good time, man. We're always throwing around some crazy ideas. How are you feeling about Scream 7 specifically right now?
Well, it's kind of like a mystery box on unboxing. I thoroughly believe it's going to happen. And I do believe it's definitely, I mean, they're not going to not make this movie. Way too much money, way too much stuff. I think the movie still comes out next year. Could be the end of 2025. It'll be a next year movie release. But I think Spyglass is honestly, with all the mess that's been, went down at the end of the year, man, I feel they're doing the right thing right now by laying low and just kind of going under the radar and being quiet. So we don't have any announcements of anything yet. We don't have any cast members attached publicly. Right. We don't have a director attached publicly. And I think that's the right thing. I mean, if you go on social media, you can check the temperature gauge. There's a ton of people, man, that are like, no Melissa, no movie, no, and I respect everybody. I respect everybody's view on everything with this, but that just tells me, like, yeah, you need to wait. You need to give this a few months. I mean, I'm talking about like May or June.
It probably will be that long until we get something. Just because, I mean, it's still hot. Maybe not as bad as it was like 2 months ago. Like, I remember you couldn't go on Twitter. You couldn't go on Instagram without seeing something. You know what I mean? Oh, it's definitely calmed down a little bit, but it's still, I mean, there are a lot of accounts out there that are still very, very pissed. I mean, nobody's really happy about this decision. Everyone seems to be pretty upset. It sucks. And real quickly, before we get into some more crazy questions and crazy things to talk about here, we got somebody new in the chat. What's up, my friend? Sarad, am I pronouncing that correctly? I butcher names. I apologize. SB, what is up, my friend? Scream 2022 and the whole Plan trilogy re-sparked my love for the Scream franchise. I'd love to hear it, man. Kind of feeling let down right now. So glad to finally catch a live from you, Jake. Thank you for being here, my friend. I'm so glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome stuff. And I'm so glad that your love for the Scream franchise has been like kind of re-sparked with these new movies. And don't be let down with Scream 7. You know, it's sad, right, Craven? This is a tough time for us fans, but it's coming. It's gonna happen. Spyglass is not gonna miss this golden opportunity, which, you know, might result in a bad film. But don't worry about that element. It's coming.
You know, listen, no, I don't think anyone's accusing Gary Barber of having high intelligence, but he's smart enough to still know you got to make the movie. All right, so yeah,
this is true.
It's happening. Oh, gosh.
And Anthony from Child of the Corn is with us too. What is up, dude? Thanks for the $2, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Saying, what's good, bro? Been loving the Versus series. I'm so glad you like it, man. Thank you. It means a lot. I'm working on the one for next Monday. Sorry, Wednesday is a whole different series. Next Monday, we got Terrifier 2 versus Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. It's going to be a very interesting matchup. So I'm very excited for that one, Anthony. I'll be looking forward to it. Hopefully you will be too. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for the $2. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So, Craven, getting into this though. You seem like you got something. You're already upset.
No,
so angry about Scream 7. What do you got, my friend?
No, actually, it's funny that just hearing the verses for next week, I'm like, you know, Jay, do the right thing now. There's one clear right answer in this deal, and I need you to come through on it, man. So
I don't know, man. I'm
worried about it though, because I know your affinity for one particular franchise.
I try to do ones that are not like I feel like these two are close because they're similar films, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Damien Leone has also said he's very inspired. He was very inspired by that specific third movie in making Terrifier 2. So I thought it would be a cool matchup for that reason.
Oh, that's cool.
They're similar films, man. They're similar films.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I know you're not crazy about the Terrifier movies, though.
Not crazy, but you know, it's okay. It's not, you know, it's not my preferred drink of choice, I guess.
Yeah. A little too spicy.
Well, maybe a little bit too bloody in the Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
But you know, I did watch Terrifier 2. I did. I actually broke down and watched it.
Sat through that whole thing.
Well, almost all of it. I think the bedroom scene, after like I keep looking at the clock, I'm like, okay, I can fast forward now. I'm good, you know. But that was actually everything else. I watched the whole rest of it. So welcome to the Clown Cafe.
I love it.
You know, the whole jam going on, and
I need a metal breakdown of that. You know, just like a metal cover of it.
Yes, dude. You should totally, you and the fam, get together and just rock one out and record it, man. Totally.
I'm dedicating some time to this. I'm going to call up Leah from the movie who sings it. We'll see if she'll do some metal vocals. It'd be great.
I love it.
Luddy Network, him and his flamethrower are hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate that. Jake, your hair is fire. Wow. God, I'm flattered. Thank you so much, Luddy. I appreciate that. You just watched Talk to Me too. 10 out of 10. I love it, dude.
Wow.
Craven, did you see that one?
I have not seen it, although I am very much considering watching the movie. I still haven't seen that one, dude. No,
dude, it's very good. This is a pretty spot on review from Luddy here. Gonna be honest, man. It's close to, in my opinion, it was very close to a 10 out of 10. I loved it.
I've heard nothing but good stuff. That's the thing. Like,
I think you would like it.
Bad. Yeah.
It is not like Terrifier 2, where there's kill sequences that go on for 40 minutes. No. So this is a little more grounded ghost story is kind of what I think of it. So I think you would dig it. I really think you would like this one. So
maybe that's a watch party material, man.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be fun. You know,
what was the last? Did you do the Jester last time?
Last Wednesday was the Jester, and then of course. Tomorrow night's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, tomorrow night this week, we're starting Bloody Lovers Fest for Valentine's.
Ooh, okay.
And we're watching Valentine. I'll send you the thing. I hadn't told you yet. We're actually watching Valentine, one of my favorite Jamie Blank's movies.
Oh yeah,
And,
that one kicks ass, dude. That one's great.
oh, it's so good. Yes. So that'll be tomorrow night. But yeah, last week was The Jester. And gosh, there's really so many movies that are underrated and kind of under the radar for a lot of people. And I gotta tell you, Thanksgiving, I don't think that's really underrated because people generally love the movie.
Oh yeah,
that movie is awesome. I already own it digital, and dude, I don't know. You've seen. I know you saw it, right? You saw Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. I'm not missing an Eli Roth movie when it hits theaters. Oh no,
no. And anyway, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, man. I love all those. There's been some good stuff in last year. There's been some good in 2023.
Oh, it was a crazy year. It was very hit or miss, I think. Maybe not as good, maybe not as solid as 2022, but I still had I was very happy with a lot of releases from last year for sure. And Talk to Me, that was up there for me personally. So give that a watch, man. Add that to the watch party list. Yeah. I don't know, just get that out there somehow if you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Luddy, thank you so much for the $2, man. I really appreciate the support. But let's get on back to Scream 7, back to Woodsboro. Talking a little bit about that. That does bring up a good question, though, Craven. I know, we talked about the drama a lot. Let's live in fantasy land a little bit during this stream and talk about when this movie finally happens. Where do you think it's going to take place?
Oh man, boy, that's so tough. It's what, anything's possible right now. I believe anything. It could be. Well, I don't believe it's going to be in New York. We don't have the Carpenter sisters. We only have the only one going to school. The only one still in school in New York is the Meek twins, the Meeks twins. Yeah. And they're obviously not leading characters. They're supporting characters. So now you could say it could be in New York still. I mean, like I say, you could technically go back to New York. However, what I want to see personally is I want to see a Sidney Prescott centric film. And for me, that's not going to be New York. It's going to be Seattle or somewhere that's supposed to be Seattle. That's what I'm thinking, man. Like if they'll back up the armored truck to the house, like Barber needs to do.
Yes.
Pay Nev. Hey, look, you're our star. You're the star. You're the leading role. We're going to ride around you for this movie like we used to do, like the old vintage Screams. And you bring back Gail, of course. You could, I don't know that Hayden wants to come back because she basically went out publicly and blasted Spyglass for the Melissa issue.
Very recent.
Very recent. And so either she knew she wasn't coming back and so she just did it, or she doesn't want to come back and did it. But I don't think they're going to be inviting her or sending her any birthday cards anytime soon, dude. So I don't think Kirby's back, man. I think you've got Gail, Courtney, and then bring Dempsey. The relationship with Spyglass is there now with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so he was in that movie and he was awesome. It's like, get him in Scream 7. I feel like that's like, I don't know. I hate to sound so presumptuous, but I feel like that was a clear indicator that it's like, yeah, we're working with Patrick Dempsey now. We're getting him in Scream 7. Once again, maybe I'm just being a crazy fan who sees weird connections like that. But I feel like that was Spyglass's way of being like, oh, don't worry, it's coming, Scream fans. It's coming,
There. Yes.
I hope so, man. I want to, and you were talking about Sydney being the focus again. It's a tough thing to talk about because it's like, will they pay Nev the money or not? It's really in Spyglass's corner. What do you think the likelihood of something like that is?
Well, it's going to depend on the ego of Gary Barber. And the reason I say that is because if he's holding on to this mindset, right? Like, I don't need Nev Campbell to make a big profit. I don't need Melissa Barrera to make the movie. If he doesn't humble himself a little bit, it will blow up in his face. It's gonna run out on him, and he's gonna realize he's not as bright as he thinks he is. So my hope is that he's got, even though he's the head, he's the literal Weinstein. He's Bob Weinstein. He's Harvey of the old days, dude. Hopefully there's no other things connecting them. But anyway. point of it is he's the top dog. So but what I hope is this: his other executives, the board of directors, whatever, will sit him down and say, "Look, man, we got to salvage 7. We've already lost 2 of our main stars, especially our main star with Melissa, the new final girl, and we're not in good light right now. We need to get fans back, so we do that by getting Nev. We've got to pay her. Everyone will be happy that Nev got paid finally. And
oh yeah,
it's going to bring a lot of, especially the legacy fans, like those like myself who've been there for all these Scream movies in theaters back to '96. We're going to all be very excited about that. And even newer fans will be too, that appreciate that move. It's a way to at least start to maybe mend some, bridges a little bit. Hey, we're bringing Nev back, but not like in 5 where she's a glorified cameo. We're actually bringing her back to be the lead character again. And I think you're going to salvage 7 is what I'm trying to say. I think that saves it.
Yeah, and I'm so with you on that because I go back and I watch 5 and I love Dewey, I love Gail, but I like Sydney though. I'm just like, she has some badass moments. Don't get me wrong. At the ending, it's great. Yep. I just don't feel like I got like, you're right. It's a glorified cameo. There's not enough of her in there for me to be like, I don't know. Like, was she even really? She kind of had that badass little moment, shooting through the doors and stuff. Cool, but like, I need more. I need a Sydney focused movie now. We got a lot of Gail. We got a decent amount of Dewey, and that's a whole nother conversation, right?
Right. Gosh.
But I would love one more Sydney focused movie, especially because we have so many good reasons to tell the story now. She's a mother, like that's a whole new angle to her character that like she's literally defending her children from Ghostface. Like that's a whole movie right there, in my opinion. I don't know.
Totally. Well, and you throw in Mark Kincaid from 3. Now you've got Patrick acting front and center with her.
Yeah.
That's great, man. And then you have Gail doing her thing like the old days, trying to solve the crime, I mean, there's a lot of potential there for one last hurrah, if you will, legacy-wise. And yes, I am the conductor of the stew train. So buckle up, buttercups, because this is the movie. You have to do it. Imagine you bring Stu Macher. Yes, you bring him back. He's still alive. He never died. You bring him back, and you had one final time where it's epic, dude. And it's not the Halloween Ends kind of showdown with
thank
Laurie. God. No, gosh, no. Forget that. We're not going there, man. This is like a 15-minute brawl. This is just insanity, man. That's what I want to see.
And listen, as long as, Rowan Campbell doesn't show up and take over the first 45 minutes of the movie, I'll take it. Whatever it ends up being, as long as that doesn't happen, I'm here for it. Anthony from Childhood of the Corn is throwing $2 more in there. Anthony, thank you so much, man. We got to have you on stream sometime, dude. It would be awesome to have you on. Love talking with my buddy Anthony here. Halloween 2018 or Thanksgiving? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough versus right there. Craven, I'll throw that to you first, though. If you had to pick between these two bad boys, which one are you choosing?
Gosh. Well, see, this is the problem with Anthony. It's a love-hate relationship. I love the guy, but these questions are so hard. He always does this. And I'm like, they're impossible. Well, okay, so they're so different movies. They are completely different. I mean, yeah, they're both slashers, but I mean, one's a whodunit. One is I know who's doing it. It's a different vibe completely. It's almost like Pepsi and Coke. This is what you're in the mood for. For me, it's not really which is. If I had to pick one, well, maybe it's recency bias. But look, there's 13 Halloween movies, and probably 5 of those I actually would watch repeatedly.
Ooh, okay.
And
interesting.
You know what? I have one Thanksgiving. So I'm going to have to say Thanksgiving, and I'll watch H2O. I'll watch H4 and H2 and Halloween Kills, which is one of my favorite sequels.
Dude, Halloween Kills rocks, man.
I love Halloween Kills, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about you, dude? That's tough.
Dude, this is a really tough question. Anthony, excellent question here, man. Oh my God. And another thing that's tough about these is they're both very brutal, gory, over the top slashers. You know what I mean? So they got that in common. So that it's kind of like a similar flavor either way. If I want something more Scream, though, I'll lean towards Thanksgiving. If I want something more just, in my face, typical slasher, I go Halloween 2018. But I think I'm kind of with you, Craven. You made a good argument there about there's only one Thanksgiving. There's a lot of potential for this franchise to go somewhere, where Halloween 2018, that story's done. And I feel like that already had a timeline that we followed. And it's like, where did that go? I personally wasn't crazy impressed by the ending of that story, but I don't know where Thanksgiving's story is going right now.
That's right.
I think I might go with that one, Craven. I'm not going to lie. As controversial as that pick may be. But I loved Thanksgiving. That was such a killer movie from last year. Had a blast with that.
It was so fun, man. Yeah, you're laughing and you're horrified at the same time. I mean, that whole opening scene at the store.
Oh my God, dude.
Whoa. I'm like sitting there and I'm like laughing. Then I'm like, oh no, like that's horrible. Like, but then something else happens. And I'm like, then the poor guy, not to give away spoilers here, but I'll just say it like this. The poor guy finally grabs his free toaster oven thing. And he can't even hold on to that. I'm like, that's just wrong.
He just got there.
The movie's great. It's so fun. And Alex Armbruster, who plays John Carver, he was phenomenal in that costume. And I was so impressed with how he handled himself through his movements.
Yeah.
And he really added a lot without ever saying a word.
And that's tough to do, man. Like, that's tough to do as a faceless, mask-wearing slasher. Like, you can really only... In the past, it's always been like what Jason and Michael do, where it's just kind of stand there tough and menacing, right? No, he adds a lot of... There's like a little, head tilts, He sees the cat at the one point or whatever, and he's just like... Or was it the dog? Is that what why am I mixing that up?
He's with Dewey, the cat.
Dewey the cat. That's right. For whatever reason, I'm like, was that a little dog or a little cat? I can't remember. But I loved it. There was little goofy moments. There's brutal moments. You got a mix of both. It was great. It was fantastic stuff from that one. So, Anthony, great question, though. But I think we're both going with Thanksgiving on this one. As controversial of a pick as that might be. But thank you for the $2, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Luddy's also talking a little bit about Sydney, throwing $5 in there. Thanks for the support, my friend. Saying Sydney coming back means she won't die. Well, and if she does die, it's a slap in the face to Wes. What? Well, oh man, so lots of debate here. Do whatever, but let's just move on. Ghostface cult, perhaps. Craven, I'll throw that to you because I think it's one of those questions where I'm like, I don't want her to die. I think it ruins a big element to her character. But is there any tension with Sydney in the focal point still, do you think?
I mean, I would go into it expecting her not to be killed because she's come on and she's been on record before saying that she will not come back to, for Sydney to be killed. So I have a feeling that she probably is safe. But that doesn't mean anybody else is. I mean, I think even Kincaid, as much as messed up as that would be fair game. I just don't think you kill Sidney Prescott. I know that I'm maybe in the minority with a lot of folks, but dude, I don't think she would come back with a script that says you're killed in the third act. I don't see it.
No. I don't think she would either. And I think really a big way you get around that is you just and this might be a hot take too. You don't do as many Sydney focused chase scenes anymore. You know what I mean? It could be more about her protecting the kids versus getting chased by Ghostface. You know what I mean? And I think some fans might hear that and be like, oh, but those are like iconic in some of the old movies. They are. Like, I'm not denying that. It would be a tough loss, but I'm kind of with a lot of the people on the idea that there's just no tension when there's a chase scene with Sydney. She's going to get out of it, And I think it would be, I'm kind of with Luddy in the fact that it would be a little disappointing if she were to die just because of everything she represents. I mean, Neve Campbell, if you listen to any Neve Campbell interview where she talks about the character, she'll just go on and on about how this character represents overcoming trauma, and killing her would totally ruin that. That would suck.
It would. And I just, I don't ever, again, now he's been gone and I miss Wes. I can't say I could speak for him or anything like that, But I can speak for what we knew of when he was alive, and he would never kill Cindy. That was, I mean, he built her up to be such an iconic hero. And like you said, man, Nev talks all the time about how people come to her and say how much strength that character has given them in their own lives to over. I mean, dude, you don't mess with that, man. I think that you know, look, if Laurie Strode is still alive at the end of Ends and in her 60s, Sidney Prescott can be alive in her at 50 or 51. So yeah, like you say, man, you limit the exposure. I mean, have her being there, trying to figure it out, working with Gail, doing all that stuff, and then save like her big chase for the end with Stu. Let them rumble
with Stu. You had to get it in there.
yeah, man, because then they need to have that cat and mouse a little bit, but but everyone else is fair game. I think.
I do feel you on that. I think if they do make this movie with Sydney in the focal point, like, I don't know, I don't want to go so far as to say this would be a requirement, but I would love an emotional death. I would love somebody who we've been following for a long time to die, maybe Mark Kincaid, and that might be really upsetting. That might ruin her happy ending, and I know some fans would maybe rebel. But I don't want to see a Scream movie that's too safe. I feel like there are elements to 6, especially in the back half, that are they play it too safe, and I kind of wish they would have done some. Had some balls, had some more stakes in their movies,
That's right. Now that's one era James and Guy blew it in the writing from my perspective. You got to take chances. You got to show that the stakes are still high, and they took all that away in 6, and that was too bad. But yeah, man, I think Gail could be the death too. I mean. Yeah, she's survived 6 movies, dude.
I know.
So, I'm just saying, I don't know.
And I hate admitting this too, but every time I watch 6, I'm just like, she should have died in that scene, man. That should have been that should have been where we left it. And that sucks, right? Like, dude, I'm gonna be real. I think Gail's my favorite Scream character. I love her arc. Like, I really love how she went from I'm so full of myself, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this story, and then now she's like a little she's softened up in 5, and now she's back on her bullshit in 6, but don't worry about it.
Right?
Yeah, but I love her character arc, man. But I still think if she would have died there, that would have been such a perfect end to her arc. A tragic end. Don't get me wrong, but I think it works.
It was what a great final battle. I mean, with Ghostface, she fought. That was a great, man. It won an MTV award, for goodness sake, for best fight sequence in a horror movie.
Yeah,
that was like, and it was so awesome, and that was an actual practical apartment. They got to actually trash somebody's actual apartment. That wasn't a set.
Oh, I always thought that was a set. That's interesting.
No. When I was talking to Michelle the birthday, the production designer, she's like, this was one thing that was not on a soundstage. That was an actual apartment, very nice apartment there in Montreal, and the owner agreed for them to take it over for 3 weeks. And
dude,
they brought in all new furniture and all that stuff. That's all of the in other words, it was hollowed out.
Yeah. They gutted it first, probably.
They gutted it, right? And then they did all their stuff, but then they had to go back and fix it all. But no, that was happening. Could you imagine, like, if you didn't get the memo that there was filming going on, and you're like next door, and you're hearing all this screaming and gunshots? Like,
what is going on upstairs? What the hell? It's just a ghost face attack. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I knew they didn't. Sometimes they had arguments up there, but my gosh, they're shooting weapons.
I hear frying pans hitting the floor. What is going on, man? It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I love that though.
When she goes out on the balcony, remember originally we thought that was going to be that sound stage where we saw the elevated platforms.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I remember seeing a set that looked similar to that. That must not have been that.
That wasn't. No, it was not. No, she said that's actually their balcony of their apartment, condo, whatever it is. Pretty impressive. It was a nice. She's like, it was a nice place. It was a very. I mean, she can't imagine. How expensive that must have been downtown. But
Oh,
but yeah, anyway, that's just they chose to do practical there. Yeah,
that's really cool, man. Because I know a lot of that was on a soundstage. Like the whole subway is that's a stage, which is nuts, man. It's like whoa, that's so cool. So that really interesting little information there. I love it, man.
Trivia, man. Yep.
Hell yeah! If it ever comes up in a trivia game, I'm ready for it, man. It's great. Luddy, thank you so much for the $5, man. I really appreciate it. Ghostface cult too. I'm all about that, man. I love the idea of the Ghostface cult. Do you vibe with that?
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about that before we move on from this because I actually believe Styx confirms the Ghostface cult. You know what I'm saying?
I am 100% on the same page, dude. Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that because I think the entire opening sequence with Jason and Greg, that in my mind was James and Guy actually telling us it's a real because they're trying to complete what Amber and Richie did, which was all from that Reddit thread, the subreddit thread. Dude, the cult is real. They literally are showing us it's a separate ghost face, completely unrelated to the Baileys. And I think that was confirmation that the cult's out there. And yeah, Stu's running it. And what now? Yeah, you may disagree, and I have no problem with that. But I think at the very least, Jake, I think 6 proved the cult is real.
I am with you 100% on the cults. Stu, maybe. I mean, listen, maybe. I'm not I'm not denying it. I'm definitely not there yet. No, I'm kidding. But no, the thing about the Ghostface cult to me that I think is interesting, that I'm so with you. I think that opening scene pretty much confirms it. They're not the only two people out there that want to finish Richie's movie. I think the most interesting thing about that to me is that we can open up the realm of possibilities to all new motives in the future that aren't necessarily, family oriented and revenge plot lines, stuff like that, which me personally, I'm just sick of those, man. I've seen enough of them. I've seen enough of them in the Scream franchise. They've done it 3, 4 too many times. Let's move on. let's do anything else. There's so many other reasons to kill people in this universe.
There's so many, man. Yeah, I agree. I think it would be nice if whoever the killers, plural, are in this next movie, they're no relation to anyone as far as family. I mean, I would be okay with that 100%, dude.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. Something fresh, something new. Luddy, again, thank you so much for the support, my friend. I really appreciate you. I want to get to this. This is from our newcomer in the chat today who hasn't been on a live stream before. Thank you so much for the $10, man. I really appreciate you.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Saying not to sound like a toxic fan, but I don't think I will go see Scream 7 in the theaters like I did with 5 and 6. I hate change, and I absolutely want to know how the Carpenter sisters story ends. Well, first of all, my friend, you are not a toxic fan because you are making that choice willingly, and that's okay. There are, unfortunately, folks who will come out and say, oh, if you go see Scream 7, you're a stinky little booger, and that makes me sad, But if that's your choice, that's all good, dude. That's all good.
Yeah.
We respect it, man. I get it. I'm mad too. I don't like change. I agree with this. But I'm so with you. I would love to see how the Carpenter story or Carpenter sisters story ends or continues. Craven, I'm curious, would you be interested in that story once again, living in fantasy land? Let's say Melissa Barrera, skedaddles on back. Do you think, would you be down for that movie, I guess?
Yeah. Christopher Landon's back again.
Yes.
All right in the world. Well, sure. I mean, the biggest thing is I wanted Sydney in 7, even when I thought the Carpenters were back. I still wanted Sydney to be a part of it. I was advocating, remember, for like a co-lead situation where you got, 50% is the Carpenters, 50% Sydney, and you're having these dual attacks across the states, and it all merges in the third act or the third, I guess the halfway point, maybe a little bit later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
However, having said all that, I'm going to say this, that if you really think about the way 6 ends, you could make a case that we actually did get closure for the Carpenter sisters because it's a happy ending for everybody. Everyone lived Chad lived. Don't even get me started on that. He lived. Mindy survived. Both Carpenter sisters survived. But not only did they survive, Melissa has that mask under her jacket. And when she takes it out and she's looking at it, right? And then rather than keeping it and carrying it on with her, she drops her dad's mask in the street and walks away. And then Tara stops and looks back at her. And she walks up with Tara, and I think they hold hands. They may not be, I think it doesn't matter. They may have been held in hands, but either way, they're walking together in solidarity. And to me, that you could actually make the case that that was closure for them, dude. That Melissa is beating the demons. She's letting it go with her dad, and their story ended. So not to say there wasn't more to tell, you could tell, but I'm just saying, if you're a big fan of the sisters, the Carpenter story of 5 and 6, I don't think that necessarily it's a bad way to have ended it.
I'm 100% with you. Like, honestly, I would like more. I will say that I would like another movie with Melissa Barrera if possible. But once again, I think we'd have to travel to Fantasyland to make that happen. I do think though that ending is like, it's a nice happy ending. We got that nice little Demi Lovato song to close this out. Still alive. Bam. Like, Chad is still alive. That's what that song was about. We didn't know it before we saw the movie, but there you go.
That's right. He's got some wires and electronics inside of him now, but he's alive. He's half, machine, half organic, but it's all right.
Well, see, that was the twist of Scream 6. You didn't know he was the Terminator, but
Right.
That's what everyone see. It's a misunderstood movie. No one really got. No, I'm so kidding. But no, but I totally feel that, man. Her dropping the mask is like, that feels very final. That feels very like this could be it. She's over the things that haunt her from the past and her lineage and all that. So I'm with you 100%. It's sad that we might not get another one with these characters, because I do really like them. I think they're great additions to the franchise, but I'm weirdly excited for a Sydney movie too. You go back and you watch Screams 1 through 4, and it's like, these are fun. And there's definitely one more story with Sidney Prescott in the focal point again. And I very much have shifted that opinion lately. In the past I was all like, we got to get away from that. But like, the more you watch 5, it's just like, oh my God, they've been setting this up since then. You know what I mean? That there would be a whole Sydney family focused movie. But that's, I don't know. Lots to talk about there, I think. Lots of stuff we could bullshit about. But my friend SB, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate the support. And I hope we were able to answer your question in a way that you enjoyed. So there we go. It's late at night. I'm getting kind of loopy, I think. Luddy Network, what's up, dog? How's it going? Thanks for the $2. Saying, just watch Freaky. God, I love Vince Vaughn. Craven, have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah. That's Christopher Landon, man. That is a great movie. I'm telling you, man, it's very enjoyable. I would watch that any time of day, anytime. Yeah, it's fun. It's got some good suspense, some good kills, attacks, and Landon just brilliantly, I thought, wrote and directed that, and he of course co-wrote it with Michael Kennedy. Yeah, but and brilliantly did that. I think it was great. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh yeah, no, that movie cracks me up. What's her name? Catherine Newton leads that one, and she is in 2 big horror movies this year, which I'm very excited for both of them. Yeah, man. Next week we got Lisa Frankenstein coming out that I believe she stars in, and then she's like a side character in Abigail from Radio Silence. So lots of good stuff from her coming out too, man. There's a lot to love about Freaky, and well, Catherine Newton in general. She's in a lot of amazing horror flicks.
I know, and I was like, when I saw that Catherine was in Abigail, I was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, good for her, man. She's a powerhouse, man.
She's a lot of good movies for sure.
Yeah.
Hell definitely. Yeah. Well, Luddy, thank you so much for the $2, my friend. I appreciate it. And again, I don't know, I can't stop talking about it, but thank you for the flamethrower. Craven, have I told you about this?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Luddy actually sent me a flamethrower, and I'm never gonna get over it. It's the craziest thing I've ever gotten in the mail, and I don't know. I don't.
Dude, that's incredible.
Like what do I do with this? This is awesome. I'm gonna try to use it in a movie that I got.
I'm gonna say it needs to be your next film, dude. That's what it needs to be. Yeah.
I'm working on it, making it happen. So
Don't burn the house down trying to test it, bro. Please.
oh, I will be outside. I promise I will be outside for it. Letty, thanks for the $2 again.
Somewhere, no grass, no trees.
Yeah, no. Like the middle of a mile-long field, if I can make it happen, for sure. Terrified of burning alive, not gonna lie. Bobby's Breakdowns, thank you so much for hopping in, man. Throwing in $2, saying, just wanted to stop in and say hey.
What's up, Bobby? Hey, good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Bobby? How's it going, man? Thanks for hopping in here with us. Appreciate ya. Thanks for throwing in the $2, man. It's been a minute since I've seen you, so thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for the $2. We also got Silver Princess out there throwing $5 out there. Thank you so much. Do a little princess wave. There we go. So it's Silver Princess. Yes. Royalty in the chat. I just want a Ghostface that doesn't care about fame or revealing a master plan. One who wants their legacy to be Ghostface. Nothing more. Just this mysterious killer. Craven, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I respect that. But for me, part of Scream is the revealing plan, the whole mastermind. I mean, I like that part. So for me, it would feel really weird in a Scream movie to not have some of those elements in it. That's the only thing for me. Now, I wouldn't mind one of the Ghostface killers, kind of like you saw Mickey and Debbie Salt, aka Mrs. Loomis, kind of all go at odds at the end down there because he wanted his thing. He wanted the court case. She's like, oh no, there's no trial. You did everything. And anyway, I guess I'm bringing that up to say, like, if there's one Ghostface in the movie that feels that way, I'm cool with it. But I don't know. I think it would be, I don't know if I'd have to get, it may take a few watches for me to get on board with not having that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's part of like what Scream is.
I think in a weird way, not having a motive can be a motive, though. You know what I mean? Like kind of going down the route of like, I just wanted to kill. I just wanted to like end this. I've always felt like a good motive for like the final Scream movie too would be like, what if there's a Ghostface out there who just wants to end this shit forever? Like, how funny would that be too for a later Scream sequel where they're like this just keeps happening because you guys are alive. If you guys all die, then it's over, Like, I think that would be such an interesting Scream movie, personally. It would have to be the last one, but
well, but you know what? It could not necessarily, because if you think about it, that's almost pulling the Wes Craven's New Nightmare game plan and literally killing the people that could be in the movie that starred him, however you want. You could do it in either universe, either real or Scream in the Scream world. Right. I guess my point is, just because that's the mission doesn't mean that Ghostface is successful all the way. Maybe he takes out half the people and then he never makes it. So you could still have more movies if the box office says yes.
That's how it works. Yeah, it's the box office numbers that determine if you get a sequel or not. Come on.
100%.
They're still making Fast and Furious movies, dude. I mean, come on.
For real, man. For real.
No, but I could get into it. And once again, it's something different, which I think is something that I crave from horror sequels. I'm like, if you try something different, and even if it falls flat on its face, at least you tried. And I can't take that away from said movie. So even if it sucked, even if we came away from the movie and we're like, that was absolutely awful, you can't deny it's original for the franchise.
That's true. You're right. They get that. They at least get that.
They get some brownie points for that. But Silver Princess, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate you. Little. Yes. I love doing a little princess wave. It's it's calming. Thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate you. Travis Dale. I'm so sorry. I was thinking Tommy Doyle. That was what was going through my brain.
Tommy Doyle.
Travis Dale's throwing $20 out there, dude. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support.
All right.
Saying, hi guys, good to see you. Little off topic, but how would you feel if the next movie went back to Lakewood and finished the Brandon James saga? Ooh, I would like to see how that would have ended. Loved the first 2 seasons. Thanks, guys. No, thank you, Travis. Oh my God, it is very good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for the support, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Craven, what are your thoughts on that? Would you like to see a continuation to the series, specifically the first 2 seasons, not whatever was going on in season 3?
Right. Yeah. I would like to see closure and completion to that story. I really would. I mean, I always think about it like back as a series again, because you get 10 hours to unpack that versus an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I don't know. I mean, a movie format could work, sure. It would be a lot quicker paced, obviously, than what we're used to with the TV show.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm open to it because I really enjoy those first two seasons. Rewatched them all again a few months ago, and just enjoyed them again like I did the first time. So, yeah, I'd be down for it, but I honestly would prefer the movies stay in the Prescott universe that's been established, and just bring it back as a series. I mean, dude, Paramount Plus, they've got a channel, man. They've got their own freaking streaming network. Why don't you just come back, do 8 episodes instead of 10, and just give it to us, man.
And it's popping all, like Scream is popular right now, man. Now's the time to do it. Oh my God. Like if there was ever a time to bring the show back, it's right now.
It's now. Yeah, man.
The movies are in turmoil, right? So it's like, bring the show back.
Bring the show back to Lakewood. Everyone will be happy. And if there's people who are like, what is this? Well, guess what? Now they get to go watch season 1 and 2. So you got people rewatching the originals again and getting those views up and awareness up. So yeah, I think so. But you got to get the characters back. You got to get Emma. You got to get, Emma and Noah and Audrey and Brooke, the survivors, her mom. You got to get all those folks back, the key players back.
I agree. I think you'd have to tell a story continuing that, because like season 3 told a brand new story and it didn't work. It fell flat, I think people are much more invested in this story specifically. I mean, it's rare that I go a Scream focused stream without someone bringing up the show. Mm-hmm. So people really seem to like it. A lot of people want to shit on that show, but I don't know. It's pretty good. Is most slashers that go to TV, I would say, don't do it for me. But Scream is like, wow, okay, those first 2 seasons were pretty good. Season 3, it's rocky, but I like seasons 1 and 2, man. It's good stuff. I would love to see another season to just close that out for sure.
Same. Yep.
Travis, dude, thank you so much for the $20, man. I really do appreciate it. This super chat though does bring up a question real quick. Oh, I just saw this. Travis also became a YouTube member, dude. Thank you so much, Travis. Oh my God, you're the MVP tonight, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
Awesome.
And one more thing, I'm sorry. And then I got a good one. I got one cooking, Craven. Carrie Crave Cinema has been a member for 20 months. Oh my God, Carrie! Wow, you're right. Amazing. Hell yeah. Hey, my fam, 20 months, yo. Amazing. Chad for life.
Chad for life. I think you get your wish there, Carrie. I don't think if he survived 24 stab wounds in less than 1 year, I think he's good. I don't think he can die. So, and not to mention 17 of those to the upper torsos on both sides simultaneously, by the way. I'm telling you, man, he's got wires sticking out. There's wires and electronics. And next time he gets stabbed, there's going to be sparks when the blade goes in, because it's going to be hitting electronics, dude.
I would be furious if in the next movie, like, one stab kills him.
one stab to the shoulder. There you go.
Yeah, in the shoulder. Oh, shoulder. My God.
He's out. He's out. He's gone.
He just gets one, and then he's just like immediately just falls over. I'd be like, no, what? What is going on here?
That'd be infuriating.
But Carrie, I don't even know what to say. 20 months. Thank you so much for your support, Carrie. You're one of the OGs on this page, and I greatly appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And thanks for hanging out with us for 20 months now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Okay, killer question I want to throw at you, though. Okay. There's been a lot of talk around the YouTubes, the interwebs, and all that about a continuation to the original, like to Scream 4 specifically. Before Dewey died, you could bring back a bunch of characters, erase 5 and 6 from the timeline. What are your thoughts on that?
Dude, I love it so much, and I wish I had thought of it myself. But anytime this comes up, I have to give credit where credit's due, because I believe you should do that. And the Queen, Sarah Campbell, and she's the one that pitched the idea to me. She's the first person I ever heard it from. And I told her, I said, oh my gosh, OMG. Yes. I think I dropped a video the next day, giving her credit in the video. But dude, to think you could have the Carpenter Chronicles is what I'm calling it. That's my own little name. The Carpenter Chronicles is 5 and 6, their own story. It's like a little divergence. It's like an exit off the freeway for a pit stop. You're going to hang out over here. And then you get back on the freeway and you have a direct sequel to 4. You've got Gale. You've got Dewey. Oh, Dewey's back. Already I'm getting like chills. Dewey's back. You have Kirby. Well, maybe not anymore. But
yeah, she could be dead technically in this timeline.
Actually, be dead. Yeah.
Oh,
that's right. Hey, dude, you could bring back Judy Hicks. You could bring Judy back if you wanted to. You don't have to, but the options are there for that. And you could still do Kincaid, because they could have gotten married after 4. So there, you know what I'm saying? Like, there won't be any kids then. But the point is, there's flexibility. And yeah, I would love a legacy sequel to 4 where we just pick it right up. Now it's obviously going to be years later, but we continue the story with where we're at now. And bro, I think there's unlimited potential if you did that, and
yeah,
I would love it. What do you think, man? That's a big jump. And I know a lot of folks are resistant to any kind of breaking timelines, but if you're a Halloween fan, you're so used to it to where it doesn't really even phase you. It's like, oh, that one break, that's all, just one. I'm like, we got like 4 or 5 over here in Halloween. So anyway, what do you think, dude?
Like, y'all are complaining about one break in the timeline. I could just see the Halloween fans like, drinking their glass like this. I've seen it all, No, I like, to me, if we're gonna break the timeline and we're gonna make a cut, an incision somewhere to cut everything else out, I say we just go straight to the original. That's my thoughts. Because like, then you can bring Randy back. Then you can introduce whoever. You can write whatever. You can bring Stu back. And it wouldn't even, you couldn't bat an eye as a fan. You know what I mean? I'll be completely honest with you, man. Every argument I have against the Stu train would fall flat if they did that. It would, like, bar none, if they did a direct continuation to the original. Because you could write that my man's been in jail this whole time or whatever. Right. You know what I mean? You could. None of the other movies happen where they, kind of don't really talk about it. So that's my biggest thing. You know what I mean? So you could easily do that, I think, in a direct continuation to 1. You bring Jamie back, or Jamie Kennedy back. You could bring back Dewey, of course. You could do so much. You could tell the story differently in whatever way you wanted to. So I don't know. For me, that's what I would personally do, because then you get that effect. You know what I mean? You can still have Patrick Dempsey in there. Why the fuck not? That's just my thoughts. But what are your thoughts on that direct continuation to 1?
Wow. Yeah, I never really thought about going that far back. But I have to give it some more thought. But there's potential for sure that you could do that. It would be nice to have Jamie back, to have the full OGs back again with Randy and all of them.
Randy gets the girl too. You could write that.
If you're retconning at this point, 3 never happened. You could actually have Sydney and Randy together, married. You could. You definitely could.
It's something to think about. It's something to think about at the very least, I think. Because like every time I watch Scream 2, I'm always like, man, I'm so sad that didn't go anywhere,
I know, dude. It's like, and I remember Wes saying that one of his biggest regrets was killing Randy in 2. He said that. He's like, I think he wished that he had not done that, and he had him around for 3, not just on video. But even though the video piece was great, even though he's not in person, it's still so good, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, there's Randy. But I'm telling you, man, it would be a way to kind of undo that for sure. Undo that mistake, quote, and have him back. I mean, dude, I'm open to it. I mean, I will say I'm open to it. I'm more open to 4 only because as much as I would love to have Randy, it's just like I think of 2 and 3 and how much I enjoy those movies, and 4, and to lose all of that, I don't know, bro. For me, like, which is the better? I don't know if it's worth the cost for me, right?
Yeah, no, I got you.
That's the only thing that's holding me back from like being all gung ho.
Those are good movies, man. They're good movies. It's hard to say that we're just gonna retcon them. It hurts.
Yeah, it does, man. I mean, ooh, yeah.
So there's a lot to discuss, I think, on both angles, like where you're gonna make that incision on the timeline if we go that route, because there is an argument to be made that 6 kind of overcomplicates it a little bit. There's a lot of characters now that I don't envy the person who's got to do Scream 7, because there's besides the drama, like just storytelling wise, you got a lot of characters to explain where they're at or what they're doing or write out. A lot of big decisions to be made there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to say the Carpenter sisters or Tara studying abroad and overseas, and Sam went with her. I mean, you could say that.
They're also stuck at a conference in London. That's like everybody. Everyone is not in the movie.
It's like if you're Ghostface, just go to London. You'll be able to get them all.
Why didn't I do that instead? Could you see Ghostface freaking out about that? No, that's so funny. I love that, man. Bobby's Breakdowns is also throwing $5 in there saying, has been a while. Got to get you on the stream, man. We'll be in touch. And you too, Craven. There you go. Look at that.
Of course. Yeah, Bobby. Sounds good, buddy.
Absolutely, man. Hit me up. I'm always down. Always down to talk a little about horror movies, Scream, whatever the hell, man. So, Bobby, thank you so much for the $5, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Zork the Dark One. Zork was on stream the other night, and I just love this name. Like, Zork the Dark One. I want to announce him when he walks in the rooms.
Zork. Yeah, man. I like it.
Like Khan. You know what I mean? I love it. How do you guys view the idea of a what if Scream series? Like, what if Roman went to Sydney instead of Billy? Or what if Jill got away with it? Craven, I'll throw that to you, man.
What if Roman went to Sydney instead of Billy?
Just like a what if series. Like we split different ways in the Scream franchise.
I see what you see. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Well, that could be a lot of fun. I mean, it would be bizarre and kind of its own little thing. But man, now here's something I'm gonna throw out that's really out in left field. And it guess depends how you look at it. For Scream, it is, but kind of mirroring what Marvel did. I think is what if there was an animated Scream series, like a what if, kind of like they did
with Marvel, yeah.
What if there was that for Scream? Instead of being the real people, it's animated, so it's number one, super cheap to make, and it would be, you wouldn't have to worry about de-aging people. You wouldn't have to worry about any of that stuff. I don't know. I'm not really a huge animated fan, particularly. I love Scooby-Doo. I watch all the Scooby-Doo stuff. But outside of Scooby, I'm not much into animated. But that's one I would watch. I mean, it would be I know it's a little out of the box. But what do you think, man?
I just think about like everyone in this chat would watch that. You know what I mean? Like, even if you were like, I don't know if that idea really works for me. You're reading a title where it's like, what if this happened instead? You might be like, you would still watch it, just to be like, well, what would happen? And it would be cool to be like, what if they do the Jill episode? You know what I mean? Where it's like she gets away, what happens next? You get Emma Roberts to voice animated herself.
Exactly. That
would be fun. I would totally watch that. It'd be just, it would be goofy. It wouldn't be anything, to take seriously. It's just.
No.
It's basically just animating our theories. Just animate our crazy theories. Put them on screen for us to run around with, run amok with. I'd be down for it.
I would too. I think it could be a lot of fun. Like you say, you hire the actual people to voice their own characters, so it sounds, we're actually hearing them talk, and it could be so much fun. Just it's like an escapism. It's not, like I said, we don't take it serious. This is not like a real Scream project.
Yeah.
But it's just something to where you're like, well, what if this happened? Like Zork is saying. And I think it'd be fun personally. So
Zork the Dark One, we like your ideas.
Yes.
And we bow before you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Now go finance the project, Zork, and let's get it done.
He is a, he is a god with multiple powers, so he might be able to do that. I don't know. Zork, thank you so much for the $5, man. I really appreciate it. Make that series happen, my friend. That'd be awesome.
Let's do it.
Craven, I know we said we were only going to go for an hour. So right here at the end, I want to ask, is there anything you want to plug on the page before we got to wrap this show up?
Ooh, wow. Well, yeah, I'll throw this out there. This Saturday, the 3rd of February at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, same time we got together tonight. I'm going to be having my real good friend, an amazing actor, Lynn McCree, who plays Maureen Prescott. She's coming back to the channel for an hour, and I would love for you guys to come over there. The link's already set up on my channel. And here's the extra cool thing. Not only will you get to see it, and it's live, it's a live stream. Not only will you get to see it live and be able to submit your questions or comments to Lynn about Scream 3, anything with Maureen Prescott in the movie, but we will be doing a giveaway of an autographed Scream 3 poster by Lynn McCree. She signed it as both herself and Maureen Prescott, both autographs.
No way.
Seriously, both autographs are on the poster. If you like to go to conventions, you'll be able to take it and get other folks that were in Scream 3 to sign it. There's plenty of room. And this poster is being donated to me courtesy and I'm blanking. I'm so embarrassed right now.
You're good, dude. You're all good.
I might completely went brain dead, but give me 2 seconds because I want to give them the right credit. It's Rare Tracks. All right, sorry guys. It's donated by courtesy of Rare Tracks, and they have exclusive contracts with Lynn. And anyway, so the poster will be given away. I'll do a drawing at the end of the stream. So you have to be there. You have to be present to win it. So it's going to be a great fun night this Saturday at 9 o'clock.
So what is Rare Tracks? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
So Rare Tracks is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, collectibles store, if you will. It's Rare Tracks store, or raretracks.store is the website. They're also on Instagram under @RareTracksStore. They have autographed memorabilia from if you can think of them, they're probably there. And it's all certified. They do private signings with all these actors, musicians. They have toys. It's all collectibles. And and same goes for Alan Robinson, who was Ghostface in Scream 2 and Matthew Lillard's stunt double. He'll be on my channel the Saturday after that. We're doing the same thing then. They say we're going to donate an Alan Robinson poster for you, and it's courtesy of Rare Tracks. You guys should really check them out. They are, if you like autographed memorabilia or collectibles, it is an incredible resource, and they're super nice. Again, they're donating both of these posters to my channel for a giveaway, which is so generous of them. Because it's not, it's going to cost you a few bucks to get a Lynn McCree autograph at a convention, rightfully so, or Alan Robinson. So you have a chance to get it for no charge. They'll actually ship it to you directly. So yeah, man, check them out. You should, it's Rare Tracks store, raretracks.store. So you got to put it in your web browser.
That's it, and it comes up. That's incredible, man. Oh my God, what a fantastic opportunity that is. And someone's gonna win that. It's exciting.
Someone's gonna win it, man. I'm so excited. Oh, there it is, Carrie.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Perfect. There it is. That's their official website. Check it out. And they're the ones donating both the Lynn McCree and the Alan Robinson. And I was speaking with them, the agent, the other day, and he was like, "Hey, here's what we'd like to do. We'd like to donate a poster for Lynn for your live stream." I'm like, and Alan for his. I'm like, "Yes, sir. I would be happy to give that away. That would be amazing." So, but you guys got to show up to the live stream, okay? It's 9 o'clock Saturday on my channel, Craven Something Scary, just like it says above my name or my face. And you can visit there, and I'll explain during the stream how you qualify to be eligible to win it at the end.
Dude, heck yeah, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go check that out and go subscribe to Craven's page if you have not already. Go check out that interview on this Saturday, man. That's good. Oh my God, that's so exciting, man. I might show up myself.
Bro, come on, man. More the merrier. Love to have you.
Dude, hell
Lynn
yeah.
she's fantastic, man. And she will be talking Scream 3 again and all of her experiences with Wes Craven on set. And then y'all's questions, come with questions, because she loves to answer and interact with all of her fans. So,
oh, that's wonderful, man. That's fantastic. Hell yeah. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, Carrie, thanks for throwing those links out. I really appreciate you. And
yes, thank you, Carrie.
Craven, dude, I'm hyped for the stream, man. And thanks for joining me tonight, dude. It really means a lot.
Bro, this was awesome. I had a wonderful time as always. And thanks for the invitation. This was a great time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for talking Scream 7 with us. Appreciate you. We'll be live tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern to watch Scream 3 together. We're doing it.
Ooh, nice.
Speaking of Lynn McCree.
I was going to say, dude, there's the movie she's featured most in. So there you go. If that doesn't get your appetite ready for Saturday night, then I don't know what to tell you, man. That's going to be the one watching Scream 3 and just think about, I could win a poster that she signed.
Yeah,
you could.
Look at that. Look, it's perfect timing. I love it. Great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.
Bye, guys.